All right, guys, as you can tell from the video, the time to redo it again is here. I feel like I just redid it, but the time to redo the podcast studio is here and now. As rainy season approaches, and as we kind of come into a, hot, rainy season, humid, where we're not going to be doing a whole lot of racing locally because, it's going to be pretty wet locally all summer. Pretty much Florida is not really any racing this time of year. So as that all happens, look at Franklin. You can't come in here. Can't come in here, dude. Nope. 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 So as it gets time to be kind of hunkered down a little bit, as it's hot and you try to avoid most of the day, the podcast is growing, so I'm going to try to keep feeding that growth with the ability to film more episodes. Right now I have this room right here, which is really not insulated at all. The ceiling has a little bit of insulation, but this is a very cheap room. I mean, I only have like, if you take away all the things that I won't be reusing, there's probably like $200 into here. So not too bad, but it's time to redo it. So, unfortunately, that means it all has to come down, and I have to take everything out, take the shelves down, take all this stuff down. I'll show you guys the inside here. So you guys have known this studio, if you are following on Bogetti Studios channel, where I post all the podcasts and Spotify and all other good things. But time to make this better in here, because it's great and I love the layout, but it needs to be insulated. That's my only drawback right now. And it gets hot in here. It kind of is part of the shop still, so I want to make it its own room. Right now it's 10 by 10 by 10. I'm going to make it 14 by 10 by 8 foot ceilings, 10 feet that way, and then 14 feet long. So I'll have a little bit more room this way. But I have to take all this stuff down, put it in boxes, move all this stuff out, and take this shelf down. And that shouldn't be too bad, but there's stuff on it up there. So basically just take everything out of here. I'll probably leave the table because I can work around that, and then start getting some 2x4s, because I'm going to frame it. So it's going to be just a framed in room here. This already plywood and insulated wall, so it's insulated on this side and it's just plywood, so that's perfectly fine the way that it is. But it's time to make this room more official. As you can see, it's midday right now and it's 86 in here, even with an AC going, and unfortunately I can't film with an AC going. It was fine all throughout the year, but I feel it's going to be bad going forward. So I got a couple boxes, take all this stuff off, and start working on shop update, I guess you could say. So let's get to it. I'm super excited for this. The most annoying part is actually taking everything down. That's I'm least anticipating that, but gotta get to it, so let's go. All right, well, it's pretty much all taken down. Just finishing taking down the shelf. This thing is really put up there pretty sturdily, so I need to keep taking this down, and then I can start on building the new thing. I gotta go get some material, but otherwise it's cranking along. Once I have the frame built, I'll feel a lot happier. Right now it feels a little overwhelming because I have nowhere to film, and I have to post a podcast next Monday, and today is Monday, so got like 5 days to have this up. Everything's boxed up here, and boom, there's nothing. Yay, exciting. Hopefully this won't be nothing for very long. All right, the wood is here. Framing has begun, will begin in about a minute here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've framed some stuff before, so I think I can handle it. All right, the initial framing is pretty well done. Just putting some slats, or whatever they're called, across. This side is bigger so that I could use One is like a door because I store parts over here, so kind of nice to have like a secondary door. The roof is partially up. I'm not really completed yet, still kind of a work in progress, but I'm getting an idea of what I need to do. These will all be spread out a little more. They don't have to be this close. It's not load bearing up there, but I got a pretty solid idea. It's pretty sturdy as it is. It's not bolted here, you know, to the concrete, but it's super sturdy. Oh, we're gonna change up the whole backdrop of this thing. The table needs to shift over this way and back, and the whole backdrop is gonna be like corner shelves and then TV logo. Kind of clean it up, move it in this way, gain a little bit more space over here, maybe put like a little chair, desk type of situation here. Insulation is next. All the drywall's in. I suck at drywalling. This is a project and a half, but I'm gonna keep ripping.
Why are you bad at it?
It's just not, it doesn't fit great. There's some,
are these like little like holes bad?
I mean, it's not ideal. There's some spots like right there where a seam goes up against nothing. It's not ideal.
Oh yeah.
Just things like that, but it is what it is.
Sweaty boy over here.
Sweaty.
Now you're doing some insulation. You're making me nervous so you keep coughing. Go put a mask on.
Yeah, I need a mask.
Yeah, that's bad.
It also doesn't help that I just leaf blowed this out with all the insulation. It needs some water too.
I'll sip in my ginger ale.
That's not water, but
You're choking. But it's looking good in here. It's looking like a legit room.
okay, this was pretty terrible, but insulation is done. I still have to kind of fold it and staple it there for the vapor barrier, but pretty much all done. Even the ceiling is done. All done. I'm not good at this stuff, like I've said. And on the top is just kind of thrown over there, but it is pretty well done. I would say I missed one spot way in the back corner, but we'll see. I could get to it. I'll just need some, need a little bit more oomph. But now time to go get the last, like, I think it's like 11 pieces of drywall. And then this thing is ready to be cleaned up and either painted or just used. I'm probably not gonna paint it because curtains go on the sides, but I'll show you guys that in a little bit. Well, drywall and insulation is done. It's a little echoey in here. I gotta change that with some sound deadening, but curtains will be going up in a minute. Lights will be going up in a little bit. I have to figure out something for the back wall. That's like small concern right now. I'm trying to get it back to ready to film in, and then I can figure out the wall. AC is on. Insulation is freaking ripping. Door is ordered. Man, this is gonna be so cool. Time to push the table that way a little bit. See how it feels in here. See what gained space we got. But I am no drywaller or insulator or whatever you call that. But I made it happen. I did it. At the bottom, you can see it's a little rough, but I'm gonna put a piece of trim there that comes out far enough where I can hide wires. Would be cool. This side, just plywood, but it'll be hidden. This side, I'll probably do something cool with the corner, either corner, something along those lines. But man, talk about freaking awesome. So pumped. Okay, so lights are up. I didn't paint the ceiling because you don't see the ceiling. And I put curtains up, so that should help the echo. And then I'm putting these up. That should help the echo as well. I'm kind of doing this number. I don't know if I have enough. I'll try. Still in here working away. Shit, the echo is still kind of bad. The echo is still kind of bad. Not as bad right here. I think I need some stuff on the ceiling. So I can hear an echo a little bit, but maybe the mics won't pick that up at all. But I got more of these coming, so I can finish that and then maybe just put the rest on the ceiling or something along those lines. These lights are just kind of up there like that. It's not the prettiest ceiling, but it doesn't matter. But look at how sick this room looks. So right here on the door, I just have these from like a meat locker. Maybe I'll eventually put a door. I don't know. That's a cheap, easy solution. And then this to help with echo. I'm not done yet, obviously. It's still a work in progress. It is still very rough, but it is coming along so well. I love the backdrop. It's gonna eventually have this TV right in the center with kind of like two shelves on either side, and then the AC is gonna be hidden in like a box with venting on it. So it's gonna help all of that. And then I do have another AC that plumbs into over here. I need to hide the wiring. I need to put my trim at the bottom. Oh man, still so much to do. Got this shelf that's all just tools at the moment, but eventually this corner will be like kind of a couple shelves of like things and books and stuff like that. And then right here, I kind of want to do a little fold out desk and then make this corner another filming corner for, you know, something interesting. Like I'm gonna put I don't know what yet on there. Maybe like put like the brick and then maybe sticker bomb it like a cool like car themed corner with a little fold out desk so I can film this way, but I don't know. All right, so this is kind of the last piece that I need. It is something to hold the TV, and then I'm gonna put like a logo. I want somebody to like 3D print my big CB logo or Boogetti Studios logo would be cool. Like kind of put it up here that like stands on its own on top of this shelf. But it is just some 2x6s and kind of simple. I'm gonna paint it all satin black and mount the TV in there, and then we can play videos or anything along those lines. It's probably perfect height. I kind of just winged it a little bit, but it's like perfect where it's visible and it's close, so I don't need a giant TV. And then the shelves, I can put a few on here. I went a little taller on this so I can like, the last one can kind of be like that maybe. I don't know. I kind of thought that maybe if the outside ones were a little bit taller it would be cool. And I could even add to it if I wanted to. If I wanted to put like a whole wall, and then the backdrop still has the hexagons, which super cool. Pumped about that. So I'm gonna paint all this satin black and probably put one more over the AC so that there's like a little spot next to me, but that's about it. Definitely gonna need a few shelves. Probably put something down here too, just for more like stuff, because that'll all be hidden. So anything down low will be hidden. Anything up higher will be visible, but then they're not giant shelves. I may do a 2x10 and it can go a little farther back up against the wall, because it's going to be set off the wall a little bit, and then, well, it'll only be set off the wall probably to right there, so not crazy. And then this is going to be like its whole built-in entertainment center, I guess you could kind of, that's probably what you would call it. I don't know if I showed much of this, but I told you guys I was going to put a shelf on here, and I built a shelf. So it is just some 2x6s painted and kind of put together in such a way that gives me some shelving, and it's kind of cool because there's nothing behind it. It's like it's floating off the wall a little bit. It's not perfect, but it is like super nice, and it's fairly sturdy for only being mounted in the center, and then right down to the ground. Got my controls right here, all the wires and everything kind of hide behind there. I'll probably end up putting another lower shelf here or something, but I am super happy with this. You know, I could still put a Nintendo 64 somewhere around here, probably right here, or another shelf down low. I would need another 2x6, but when you step back, it really like kind of works so well with the backdrop, and then it's just black, so it's hidden, but it's nice and thick wood. It's not like, you know, I got something like this to mess around with, but it just wasn't it. But pretty cool. I can even put something like here if I need to. I got so much space, but this is like nice and thin. The other one was 2 feet. It was 2 feet deep, the shelving in the old setup. This one, obviously only 6 inches, but it has a little bit different of a layout and kind of makes it like cool and fun in its own way. And then you can kind of be a little bit more like sure of what you want. You can shuffle things around a little easier, but I think that look is just so good. This room came out awesome. I am so happy with this. So whew, I am tired. I have spent so much time on this. My little clock up there, but I have spent so much time working on this and so much energy, effort, and just sweat equity, I guess you could call it, into this. But I am feeling so accomplished because this room is ready to film in. Me and Bronte already filmed a podcast in here, but I think this room is now pretty much perfect as far as that goes. All of this now is just a mess, but I'm going to finish that off eventually, and then I can put some more shelves and put some more cool stuff, some more like interesting things, and if we're hanging out in here, you know, game systems, whatever it is. But I am super pumped with that. The TV fits nicely. I made a little TV kind of shadow box in there. It's just so, came out so good. That's such a good look. Just really happy with everything. So that's gonna do it though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it saucy. I'll see you.